Hi everyone, welcome back to Teaching Math. In this video, part 3 of Scientific Notation series, we're going to learn how to add and subtract numbers written in scientific notation. Most students confuse and get this one wrong at first because they forget one simple rule. You can only add or subtract numbers when the powers of 10 are the same. Don't worry, I'll break it down step by step with easy examples, some trickier ones, and a few for you to try on your own. Let's get started. Before we jump in, I just want you to have an idea, when do we use in real life adding and subtracting in scientific notation? Here's an example. NASA scientists use scientific notation to track spacecraft distances. Imagine one spacecraft is 3.4 times 10 to the 7th power kilometer from Earth, and another is 2.8 times 10 to the 7th power kilometer away. How much further is one than the other? What do you think we should do to find this answer? Pause the video here and think about it for a moment. Okay, if you said subtract, you will absolutely be right. We would be subtracting one from another to find our answer. Before we jump into examples, let's remember the rule for adding or subtracting in scientific notation. You can only add or subtract the coefficient, those front numbers in here, A and B, as you can see here, if the exponents are exactly the same. In here, as you can see that they have the same exponents. And you can see that the only thing that we're doing is when the exponents are the same, we're adding the coefficient. And what happens if the exponents are different? We have to adjust one of the coefficient to make the powers of 10 the same. Let's go and see how that's done. Here's our first example when the exponents are the same. (3.2) times 10 to the 5th power plus 4.6 times 10 to the 5th power. Okay, since our exponents are the same, we're going to add the coefficient. 3.2 plus 4.6 times 10 to the 5th power. So we're going to add our coefficients. That will be 7.8 times 10 to the 5th power. So our final answer is 7.8 times 10 to the 5th power. When the powers of 10 match, just add or subtract the front numbers, which are the coefficients. Now, what if the exponents don't match? That's where students often slip up. Let's look at this one, and I will try to explain it as simple as I can. So now we have 6.8 times 10 to the 6th power minus 4.5 times 10 to the 5th power. So the first number is in millions, and the second number is in hundreds of thousands. Therefore, we cannot add them directly because their exponents are different. One has 10 to the 6th power, and then the other is 10 to the 5th power, which means one is in millions and the other one is in 100,000. So we have to rewrite. So we will rewrite the small one so both exponents match. To make 4.5 times 10 to the 5th power into 10 to the 6th power, we move the decimal one place to the left. Let's try and do that. 4.5 times 10 to the 5th power, and we have to move the decimal to the left one times. So therefore, we're going to multiply by 10. And we're going to add the exponents. Our number will be 0.45 times 10 to the 6th power. Now our equation becomes 6.8 times 10 to the 6th power minus 0.45 times 10 to the 6th power. As you can see, now our exponents are matching and we can subtract. Let's subtract our coefficients. 6.8 minus 0.45 times 10 to the 6th power, and the answer will be 6.35 times 10 to the 6th. So my tip here is always when the exponents are not matching, choose the smaller number and change and match the exponents there by rewriting the number. Sometimes after you add or subtract, your results won't be in proper scientific notation. Remember to write the number in proper scientific notation. Your coefficient must be a number between 1 and 10. Let's take a look at some examples like that. 2.7 times 10 to the 3rd power plus 8.3 times 10 to the 3rd power. Our exponents are the same, so we're going to leave that alone, and we're going to add our coefficients. 2.7 plus 8.3. 2.7 plus 8.3 equals 11, and we're going to write times 10 to the 3rd power. 11 is not a number between 1 and 10, so we have to fix it by moving the decimal 1 place towards left. Let's move the decimal 1 point towards left and multiply by 10 since we moved the decimal 1 point. Now all that is left to do is to add the exponents. So this will be 1.1 times 10 to the 4th power. Okay, pause the video here and try these on your own. Then unpause the video and check your answers. 7.2 times 10 to the 4th power plus 3.5 times 10 to the 3rd power. So the exponents are not the same. We have to rewrite the smaller number and move the decimal towards left 1 space. Let's go ahead and do that. And we're going to multiply by 10 because we move the decimal towards left. All that's left is rewriting the number and adding the exponent. 0.35 times 10 to the 4th power. So the exponents are the same and we can rewrite our equation. 7.2 times 10 to the 4th power plus 0.35 times 10 to the 4th power. And we're going to add the coefficients. 7.2 plus 0.35, and that will equal 7.55 times 10 to the 4th power. So if you have that answer, good job, pat on your back. Question 2, 5.8 times 10 to the 5th power minus 4.6 times 10 to the 4th power. Again, our coefficients are not the same. We're going to rewrite the smaller number, 4.6 times 10 to the 4th power, and we're going to move the decimal 1 space towards left. Since we did that, we're going to multiply by 10 and add the exponents. So 0.46 times 10 to the 5th power. Now rewrite the equation. 5.8 times 10 to the 5th power minus 0.46 times 10 to the 5th power. Here we're going to subtract. Let's go ahead and do that. 0.46. Final answer is 5.34 times 10 to the 5th power. Those are two answers here. Okay, so let's go over some of the common mistakes that I see. Students usually try to add without matching the exponents. They move the decimal in the wrong direction when rewriting, and they forget to recheck if their coefficient is between 1 and 10. As you notice from my examples, I only rewrote the smaller number, and that makes it easy and consistent because I was consistently moving the decimal point towards left because it was the smaller number and multiplying by 10 and adding the exponents. And so if you use this method and be consistent, only rewriting the smaller number, you should be able to match the exponents and continue with your addition or subtraction. All right, in summary, we only add and subtract when the exponents are the same, rewrite one number if needed, adjust the coefficients back to 1 to 10 range after solving, and always double check your exponents when you shift the decimal. Nice work! You just learned how to add and subtract in scientific notation like a scientist. If this video helped you, give it a like and subscribe to Teaching Math for more lessons that make math simple, visual, and fun. And remember, learning math takes patience, practice, and perseverance. See you in the next video where we will apply scientific notations to real-world problems.